If you're looking back at your Microsoft project, you have made a lot of progress so far. You have lots of information in here, ways of tracking it, assigning resources, and from a project manager's perspective, you have all of the data here um, to help you manage your project well. However, one of the things that really is very beneficial for using a software like Project is it lets you produce reports to show to your boss so that you can also demonstrate to people that you really are managing your project well. So task 7 talks about those reports and how we're going to manage those reports. Depending on the version of Microsoft Project you are running, your reports may look a bit different. So if you can't find something that looks exactly like I'm showing you here, don't panic. Just go through the process of seeing where these reports are and getting a general feel for what these projects look like. Okay, so I'm going to show you again. Most importantly for you is that you should be able to go in and find something similar to this in your version of project. So as I mentioned, reports is one of those things that's very important to us. You can see the report tab. So when you go into the report tab, you'll see lots of different reports that you can go get to. So from this, what I want you to do, if you're following along with the very first page of task 7, is to go up to dashboards. And if you click on dashboards, one of the most important reports that we run is what we call a burn down. If you click on burn down says when we started this project, okay, when we started, this is our baseline, we had approximately 560 or so hours that we needed to do. Over time, we hope that all of these hours get burned off and get down to 0. You'll see burn down rates especially important whenever you are you know that you have a certain amount of hours that you need to work on or a cost, and these burn downs let you see what the baseline was and what you actually have done so far. So with that said, this is a very good report for you to be able to run. Another thing that you can do here is if you right click on one of these charts, okay, so I just right clicked on it. When I right click on it, we get the wizard that pops up over on this side. And so from here, let's choose resources. And under resources, make sure that you do from the category, make sure that name is selected. Okay, so it was already there. And then from this, let's look at cost. In particular, let's go ahead and take a look at actual cost. And once we get actual cost in there, we can see a different report that's popping up over here now for us. In this, we can see that Tony Espinoza has already charged off $400, Chen Shu is about $150, and that I have charged about $650. A very good report showing who's charging to it already and the amount of cost that you're getting. So with that, very easy to get to. One thing that you can also do from this chart, you can copy this chart either through Control-C or right-clicking and copying, and then you can take this and paste these into any presentation that you currently have. One tip that I will give you is that if you copy here and then just do a simple paste in one of the Excel, Word, or other Microsoft products, what will end up happening is that it will take all that data over with it. So if somebody wanted to double click on this chart, they would actually be able to go in and see all of your data that goes with it. So I highly recommend that whenever you copy these things, if you don't want people to go in and see what you've been actually doing inside of Microsoft Project, you do a paste special. Paste these in as a paste special, that way people can't get back into it. Or once you produce your document, turn it into a PDF so people can't get in and look at it either. So, okay, I'm going to leave that there. I'm just backing out of this for a second. You get the point, I think, with these. Another thing that I want you to look at is, let's go back to the report section. And under reports, we're going to go to the dashboard, and in dashboard, click on more reports. And under more reports, if you click on in progress, there are two tasks in here I want you to take a look at. One of them is critical tasks. I just double left click on it. Critical tasks are those tasks that have no room to slip, which means that your start date and your finish date, or the start date rather, is dependent on something else happening. So every one of these tasks has to happen on time, or your overall time that you have set is going to be a problem. You'll see that you have a lot of critical tasks here, and one reason you have a lot of critical tasks is you have built in no slack time into your project. So every one of these critical tasks you need to be able to go through and manage them and make sure that that those are all managed as well. Okay, I'm going to go back. One thing that I would like for you to do is to take a few seconds, go into report, go down to the dashboard, look at cost overviews and upcoming tasks and the work overviews so that you can see that. Also note that a lot of these costs and other reports here are embedded in your dashboard, but they're so important that they do pop up here for you to be able to go in and grab them. So look at those reports, see what's available in project, because they really can help you out. Last thing that I do want to show you in particular is if you go to these canned reports, cover a lot of things that you need. However, if you go to new report, you can either start a blank report, a chart, a table. However, I find that the comparison chart, and I'm just going to call this report 1, this comparison chart allows me to go in and look at several different things. I can look at cost, duration, numbers, work. One that I think matters a lot to me from a work perspective is being able to compare what my actual work is with my remaining work and the total work. But you can see other things that can pop up in there. This comparison report does let me go in and say, okay, how much have I done? How much is remaining? What's the total? And it just lets me compare several different things across. You can see all of the different major tabs that I have: planning, early planning, and project management. So with that stated, I think that you can see the hopefully you see the value of this report section, how to get there, how important it is to you to be able to pull these reports, both to help you manage and at the same time so that you can be able to report back out to your boss or to your boss's boss. All right, thank you.